Alright, here's a video to show you exactly what you can expect and how this will work. This is the file open up. It is basically an Excel file. You can see here real quick before we dive in, if you want, you can zoom out so you can see more of it. It's up to you. That is available, and if you go into view, you can do full screen here if that helps you out, and then I'm just pushing escape there to get back here. But let's dive in. Up top here you see basically this is the navigation bar. We're in the first one, Business Accelerator Calculator. And if I were to click on there, you go to Direct Mail Calculator, Direct Mail Profit Worksheet, and then the fourth one, the Compounding Profits Dashboard. And I'm going to go through all four of them separately so you can see. Again, there's 4 total. You can see here it says only edit the green cells. Everything else is actually locked, so you can't edit it anyway, but just a little reminder. So let's dive in. You see down the left here, you see a bunch of things: number of new leads, conversion ratio, number of customers, profits, so on and so forth. But let's go here. You can do this for either your business, or of course, if you're doing any consulting and you have some clients, you can type in their numbers and do it for them. But real quick, I want to fly through this. I'm going to type in some numbers. You can obviously get the idea of what this does. I'll do my best to explain it. So let's say we have 1,000 leads coming in annually. We're going to go down this left column here first. The conversion ratio, let's put it at 30%. You'll see 30% of 1,000 is 300. That's where that number came from. Let's put in 4 here. Transaction value, let's go with 100. And there you see the numbers change to correspond to the numbers I typed in. Annual number of referrals, let's put that at 40. Let's say we close 65% of those. You can see all these numbers just adjusted. And let's say the average buying lifetime in years, let's say that's 4 years. So here is where you type in the increase that you think you're going to do. Let's say you're going to shoot for 10% in each of these areas. So what you do here is type in 10%. You can see that that just changed. I'll show you again. If I type in 20, that'll go to 1,200. Let's go back to 10. Here, let's say we want to shoot for 40%. So we type in the 10 there. Goes to 40. 10 here. I'm just going to go down, put 10% in. Whoops. And there you go. That one already has the 10. So you can see here, basically, you're taking your current business, adding the percentage increase. Of course, you can put whatever you want in, and then it auto-calculates here. Anything that's not green gets auto-calculated, so you don't have to do it. And you see here, here's the real numbers you want to look at. Total annual revenue, before and after, and here's the annual profit. You went from 65 grand to 137,000 just from increasing these areas 10%, and then lifetime value down here with and without the referrals. You can see the differences. So that's the first one. Let's go up to the top and Direct Mail Calculator. Again, just the green cells. You can see here, same deal. On the left, you got a bunch of different things. On the right, you have numbers. So let's say there is 8 transactions per year. And by the way, you're using this, of course, if you're doing any type of direct mail, this will help you out. And you'll see what it does for you. Let's say the average buying lifetime in number of years, let's say it's 4. So you're going to see this change to 32, which of course is 8 times 4. And let's just so you can see, let's say we change that to 10, you see it change to the 80 to correspond. Let's go down to average transaction value. Here we have the average transaction value. Let's put that at $100, and let's say the profit percentage is 50%. Let's make it easy, which leaves you, of course, with $50 profit margin there. And you see all these numbers were auto-calculated as well, 1,600 and 400, and you can see here how we got to those numbers in case you were wondering. Maximum percent of first year's gross profit you're willing to spend to acquire new customers. I have it at 10%. That's actually very low. Some businesses are willing to go to 100%. If they have a good back end, they will have no problem breaking even, or even sometimes losing money on the front end to get a new customer. So let's just leave that at 20%, which you can see it just made that go to 80. Let's say we want to generate 50 new customers, and this will tell us, fills in the rest of the numbers there, the amount you can spend to get these new customers and still feel comfortable. Again, I'm just going off of 20% here. And let's say if we cut that in half to 10, you can see it goes down to $2,000. Estimated cost per prospect, $1 is actually a good number if you're doing the printing, envelope, stamp, and like a piece of a grabber or lumpy mail. $1 is actually a good figure. So you can see there, if just to show you, if I change that to 2, you see that number gets cut in half. So we can mail to half the people before. So if we have a $2,000 we can spend to get them, and we're only spending $1 per, that obviously means we can send out 2,000, which means we need a response percentage of 2.5 to break even. And if you put in here, you can type in what you think you'll get, say 2%, and then final gross profit or loss. Again, it might be a loss sometimes if you are right. You can see here it actually turned out to 0, but again, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but long-term gross profit, the lifetime value is $62,000. So that's what that one does. Let's go up to direct mail profit worksheet. Name and a mailing. You can, again, all the green mailing mail. You can type in anything here. Tracking code, of course, you want to use to test things so you know what's working and what's not. The name of the list, size of mailing. Let's just type in 3,000. The date. Let's say the rental list was $450 for selects. Printing, I don't know, let's just say 400. Postage is 44 cents for first class here in the United States. The addressing, let's just say we paid someone $25 to handwrite them out. And let's just throw in a random $10 here. And then you can see that these numbers are getting auto-calculated. Again, the ones not in green auto-calculate. And here's some back end like telephone fulfillment, things like that. Let's keep it simple. Say $25, 10, let's just throw in 30. Inquiries received, let's just say 50. Let's say we made 15 sales. And you can see here the dollar amount. Let's just type in 3,000. You can see here response percentage 1.67, and that's corresponding to this and this number. So if I change this to let's just say 75, you can see the response change at 2.5. Let's go back to 50. You can see here response percentage, cost per lead, cost per sale, total cost per lead and sale, and then down here total cost $22.70, which is this number plus the back end cost gives you that, and then the total revenue was $3,000. So if you subtract 3,000 and then take away the $22.70, you're left with $730, which is 132% ROI. So you can see what that does. Again, same deal as the rest, just edit the green. Everything else will be calculated for you. And let's come over to the last one, Compound Profits Dashboard. Annual income. This one's pretty cool. Let's just say $2 million. And we need to add a 0 there. What you do here is you have 5 key areas of a business on the left, and then here's ideas you can implement for each area. So let's say for this one, just to give you an example, let's say higher prices. I'm going to raise the prices, say 15%, and you can see all the numbers go in there. And if you don't want to do a percentage, you can do a dollar amount. You can type that in there, so whatever you want. But I like to just do percentages. So let's say I'm just going to make it quick and go down and put 15% in each column, and I'll explain why in a second. You can see all the numbers are auto-calculated, and then we have compounded on the right. And here's the cool thing. $2 million we started with, and just 5 key areas of a business, 15% gain in 5 key areas. You can see down here, look at this, the increase is over $2 million, which means the total income is just over $4 million, which means you just more than doubled the business just from 15% increase in only 5 key areas. You're more than doubling a business, and that again is because the power of compounding, which you can see here is calculated for you. And then if you want, there's a nifty little looking chart here. They of course correspond to the numbers over here. You can see if I were to change them, they change over as well. So that's the last one. That's all for Compounding Profits Dashboard. Direct Mail Profit Worksheet, Direct Mail Calculator, then the first one, Business Accelerator Calculator.